In my opinion, Black Myth Wukong was robbed for Game of the Year. I thought it was a phenomenal experience that was just slightly better than Astrobot. And now the Wukong developer is actually blasting the Game Awards for its selection process, saying, I'm here for nothing. But Alana Pierce is also being called out as a liar by Chinese media for saying the devs were crying. So, starting with this article, it says the Game Science CEO and Wukong dev blasted the Game Awards, saying, I'm here for nothing, in a post to Chinese social media website Weibo, and using its auto translate function. He stated this award ceremony conceded with the release of a fairly large update. For me personally, this project, which took 7 years, has officially come to an end. The 4 award nominations for Wukong Best Action, Best Art Direction, Best Game Direction, Game of the Year are all first in China. In the end, I got the Best Action and Player's Voice, especially the Player's Voice, which is gratifying. I think the Player's Voice is the most important because the shill media counts for 90% of the vote in every other category. And these are the very people who were trashing these developers, putting out hit pieces for months and months leading up to release, calling them sexist and racists and bigots, which is fucking terrible when they had no evidence at all whatsoever. They should not have been able to vote on Wukong or Stellar Blade because of their hit pieces. That's my take. But he's also saying, however, it must be admitted that there are losses, regrets, and more illusions. This year's shortlisted games are all excellent, but I really don't understand what the selection criteria for this year's games are. I'm here for nothing. And that's the problem, is that there's no transparency when it comes to these mainstream media award shows. And sure, Astrobot was really good, don't get me wrong. All of the games this year were really good except Balatro. I haven't played it, but as far as I know, it's basically just poker. You might love it. That's okay. I think that Wukong, though, was a step above the rest, and Wukong truly did deserve to win. That's just my take. I thought Astrobot was an 8 out of 10. I thought Wukong was a 9 out of 10. It was spectacular. But ultimately, these developers are allowed to be upset that their game did not win. They are allowed to be emotional that they traveled across the world for 2 awards and they believe that their game deserved more recognition. But now Alana Pierce is actually getting called out because she said that the Wukong devs were crying at the Game Awards, and the Chinese media is actually saying this is not the case at all whatsoever.
But being in the front row means that you can see all of the actually important people. So, like, next to me was the whole Sony team. Frankly, that's probably why they put me there, was because when they gave me the seat, I was with Sony. So I was with the Sony publishing team. Behind me was Joseph Faris. Just behind him was Sam Lake, both of whom I know and am very fond of. They're both really great dudes. But I could see all of the nominees and awards winners, and the Black Myth Wukong team, I don't know which person on the team, was crying when Astrobot got Game of the Year, because you could see him just looking down the line, which is the first time I've ever seen anything like that, because generally everyone is like...
So she's saying that there were individuals on the game science team who were sitting there and who were crying. And she's saying, oh, it's not because they were just so happy another game ended up doing so well, but they were visibly upset. But now Charles Young, the former editor-in-chief of IGN China, is actually refuting her claim, saying she's lying. He said it's obvious that she mistook someone else, since I was with the game science team the entire time during those days, including the Game Awards night. No one cried over this. In fact, I didn't even see anyone crying at the event at all. I have no idea why she said so. And obviously, when it comes to kind of the mainstream media, I don't trust IGN. IGN in the United States was the one who really started the hit pieces against Game Science and Black Myth Wukong. But on the flip side, I don't believe Alana Pierce either. She has absolutely no evidence to back this up, and I just do not trust her at all whatsoever. So is she lying? Did she mistake them? Maybe this was intentional. Maybe she simply saw somebody else crying. Who knows? But at the end of the day, she is saying that it was Wukong developers, and the mainstream media is now running with this. So is she going to release a clarification? Probably not, though she now is getting roasted by, again, Chinese media and also gamers saying saying a journalist lying, well, that never happens because she needs clicks. IGN alum. To be fair, this isn't the first time she's done this. She was part of the industry that continuously gaslights people. She needs the engagement. Rent is due. And this is the kind of overall opinion because, yes, she did get a lot of views and a lot of clicks on this. But at the end of the day, when you have somebody here who sat with the Wukong developer saying this is not the case at all whatsoever, I'm obviously going to believe him over someone like Alana Pierce. Now, I can't say again that I'm particularly shocked that this is happening, that now Alana is seemingly lying because this is just what journos do and people who are part of the mainstream do, but I will be curious to see if any Wukong developers make any further statements, or if Charles makes another statement, if Alana releases a clarification. I highly doubt it, but for now, that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.